Guys, Dane here, Market Scalper D. Just wanted to post a quick video on a trade setup for SPCX. I really do think this thing's about to blast off. I mean, look at this thing. It just literally, all the big money just rolled out. Slam dunked on everybody, right? They want to find the bottom. Like, where is the bottom? Is it 153, 145s? I really do honestly feel that if you start looking at the temporary, let's go into the 5-day, you can see right here, man, there's a lot of potential if you put your stop loss way down here, like in the 142 range. I mean, this is one of the most anticipated IPOs in the history of the stock market, right? We're going to come back and we're going to retest this level, man, all day long. They're going to skyrocket right through 200s. So right now, it looks like they're just building a position and they're just being real sneaky, man. You can see, like, I'm not sure at what platform that you're trading on, but just pay attention to the volume, man. Every time you see these volume candles, start paying attention to anything like in the 10 to 20 million range, right? Look for any cues that tell you all they're doing right now is building a massive position for this thing to take off, man. And here's the best part. If you're an options trader or new to options, let me show you what kind of potential money that you can make for an investment of the, like, if you're forward looking 6 months out to January of next year, and this price goes past 200 into the 300 range, this is exactly what kind of money that you can make. Let's go out to the January 15th, 2027. Now, keep in mind, if you're buying these options way out, you can sell them within seconds of buying them. They're pretty liquid. I'm sure the market maker will be happy to buy them back from you if you're 5x your money, 10x your money, like, and you're selling them then in like October or November. Like, they're going to happily buy that back from you. If they're losing money, the algorithm will snatch it right back up. Even if you made $20,000 and you invested $1,600, they're going to buy it back. And that's the beauty of market makers being hedging, trying to remain delta neutral, right? They're always hedging, and if they're losing, they're going to buy that contract back from you. But let's look at some of the potential gains on the 200 strike real quick. I'll try to make this video simple and sweet. You can see right here, man, these options were just written on June 16th, and then boom, tanked it, right? And you're holding gorilla shit. So I'm really sorry if you don't watch the price of options before you enter, but one of the most biggest edges I've ever built, even when you're trading shares, you should really understand learning and watching this option chain. You can actually almost predict, or if not, watch the price change. And that's a good entry, whether or not you're trading shares or options and scalping and even weeklies. Whatever you do, you can find out by watching when these things get destroyed, when your possible trend change is coming. But let's look at some of the potential gains that this can pay you. This is the most exciting part on how I made $100,000 on AMC with only $2,000 when I first learned the options. I lost most of that money learning over the years and blew several accounts. Unfortunately, holding positions I shouldn't have been into, averaging down, and kind of done every mistake you can think of and paid for it. And sometimes didn't learn from my mistake. But let's look at, going further out gives you a whole lot more time to be right. And these options are much more responsive to price, but your gains won't be nearly as high as you get closer to expiration because they don't move as fast as, some of the 0 DTEs to the weeklies, man. But that's the beauty of it. So the further you go out, the less risk you have, right? So what? You invested $1,600, and every few days that go by, if it gets cheaper, maybe SpaceX goes down to 130, 142s. wherever it is, you're getting a better deal because that option is going to be $1,200, $1,300 instead of 16, right? But if we hit this 200 level in the next few months, for every average price at 1,600 or below, once it goes and rockets past 1,600 into this 200 range, I mean, let's say this thing really takes off and SpaceX explodes, the big money rolls in and they're going long, and that potential price gets into the 250 level, which I think SpaceX is going to be several $100 in a year or two from now, $300, $400 a share, right? So even if we hit 250, you'll be in the $5,600 level profit. And then even if we get a massive pump, which you guys have already seen how fast it can dump, right? How quick it can go from 200 to 150. This thing could easily be hitting 300s plus. So even if you want to, if the trades are going in your favor, these contracts at the 300 level would be worth about, as they're going deeper in the money, the option is controlling more shares from 50 to 70 to 80, et cetera, et cetera. So you're looking at what, $10,000, almost $10,000 at the 300 level. So, do the math. If you got 10 contracts, you're investing 16,000 plus now, and hopefully, making 100 grand plus once this thing, probably be a lot more than that, maybe 100 to 150,000 on only 10 contracts. But I certainly will be taking this trade, and hopefully we don't get a massive dump in the market. So definitely be paying attention to the S&P 500. And, because NVIDIA and the Magnificent Seven, it can certainly put some stress on SPX, especially if we get a massive pullback in the market in the meantime. But certainly we don't really know what's going to happen, right? We don't know where the market's going to go. Anything can happen. All right, traders, have a good weekend, and I hope this helps. Definitely pay attention to SpaceX. And I think they're in there right now just building this position, man. They're trying to keep it as quiet as they can. And let's see if we can get past that 177 level in the next few weeks. And, yeah, you guys take care. Talk to you soon.